Hi guys, here, welcome back to my channel, and this is gonna be tacos and vodka. I'm annoyed today, so I'm trying to lighten the situation with vodka, and I also think the video will probably be a little bit more funny and interesting.
I lied, even I couldn't help this boring ass episode.
So the whole reason why I am annoyed is because of this. Like, you so clearly see that, right? Like, I'm not tripping. Yeah, because of that, I have no eyelashes on, but a full beat. So what does that mean? I didn't finish doing my makeup because I got annoyed because nothing was not happening the way I wanted it to. So, sip, ladies. Or gentlemen, if you watch this too. No, if you don't put lemon on your taco, I don't know, man, you're weird.
And the worst Hispanic accent goes to...
Yeah! We open with Susan and Francesca in the bedroom. And they're basically talking about last night. Susan mentioned something about groups. And it's basically like, yeah, she's right. You can basically see the groups in the house forming. Like with DeShayla, Kiara, and then Kiani. Which, by the way, the keys are Kiara and Kiani. Seven does her own thing, which is true. Like, Seven's been kind of impartial to the fighting that's been going on in the house. She's just been kind of in the background, just laughing, you know. She has her opinions about things, but normally it's just kind of like, I think she won't really take to anyone in the house. I think Seven's just kind of like a bad girl who, if it doesn't involve her, like, she doesn't care. Like, I think that's the type of bad girl that Seven is. Ciara is just a fake bitch. And then Francesca just sits in the corner. Okay, so next it cuts to DeShayla and Ciara in the kitchen. And DeShayla walks up to Ciara and it's like, "You're good," or "We're good," whatever she said. And she puts her arm around Ciara. But then she's like, "We all make mistakes. I'm gonna try and protect you the best I can." What? Obviously she's talking about what happened in the last episode. But it's like, in a way, DeShayla was the ringleader of this. Like, she's the one who suggested that. Maybe she won't say something else. I don't want nobody to go home. But didn't she say, whoa, I did this like 6 times to get it right. I need more tacos. The tacos are good to us. I'm quitting drinking right here. Like, I gotta get to this video. Basically, like, Shayla's being confusing as fuck. But as they're like holding hands and walking, they walk past the hot tub, which Kiana and Susan and Seven are in. And they're like, what? Well, Kiana's mainly the one who's like, what the fuck? Because Kiana drops the bomb saying that her, DeShayla and Kiana were at the smoking room and they were talking shit about Ciara. Kiana's like, see, this is another fake situation that I might have to address. And it's like, when did you address the first one? Like, I don't remember that. Like, I need you to remind me. Like, Oxygen, can we get a recap of that situation? What is she talking about? I know she's not talking about the Kiara and Ciara fight last night because that's not your situation. You just decided to jump in it. So it's like, with that, Oxygen's already preluding that there's gonna be a fight between DeShayla and Kiana. So now we come outside where it's the keys. I got the keys. And they're basically talking about the same situation, DeShayla and Ciara. She finds it weird being buddy-buddy, which is true. Like, I'll give her that. Yeah, that's kind of weird. You're talking shit about her and then the next you're like cool with her. Like, it's kind of, in Bad Girls Club, when girls do that, it's normally because they're trying to like use them, you know, get them to do things for them. That's what it kind of like, that's what it normally is. Kiara and Kiana doesn't know about it, so maybe she just forgot to tell them. So then Kiana's like, she's gonna confront Shay. She doesn't want to fight, but if it comes to that point, she's gonna do it. So they're still talking and Kimari defends Shayla. What? Saying it's admirable. She's being the older person, you know? Kiara gets up and it's just like a flash of saggy ass panties going across the screen. It's like, please, Oxygen, you could have saved us from this. Nobody wants to see her Walmart panties. Like, what is that? Is that Fruit of the Loom or is it Hanes? So it's Seven and Ciara in the makeup room basically doing their hair, getting ready, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? So Seven tells Sayara,
of course I think what you did is wrong, but you didn't do it to me. And as long as I don't give you the opportunity to do that to me, we cool.
basically her confessional saying the same thing, but she's like, she doesn't want Susan or Sayara to be targets because they're showing their weak card. Got like a photo shoot for, you know, the channel, for key cards and all this and that. Kiara and Seven are talking, and they're basically talking about fighting, like who they might get into a fight with in the house. Seven feels a certain way about Kikiana, like she feels like giving her like weird vibes. And then, by the way, why they do this girl like this? They played her in that part. You've been played. So everyone's outside now. Kiara is basically talking some type of bullshit.
I can be y'all life coach. I'm a good influence because I can correct my own self.
Kiana's chiming in, basically saying, no girl, you were this and that. You got me like that last night and all this. Kiana says,
I keep it 100.
Kimara's
Like, I keep it 100 too. Like, I feel some type of way about you saying that because it feels like you're saying I don't keep it 100.
and Kiara's just like, no girl, I didn't say it like that. And it's just like, really, she didn't say it like that. You're like reading far too deep into things, okay? I feel like Kiara just, I already said this in the last episode, but she likes to start shit. I feel like she will be the one to be like,
I don't start no mess or this and that.
did she say that? Like something like that along the lines in her interview? All of a sudden, she's like to Sayara, and she's like,
Last night, I'm not apologizing for that. I feel like as a woman, you should apologize to me.
I guess you're not a woman then? Why should she apologize to you? Like, what is she apologizing to you for? Coming at you like you started that. Girl, makes sense. Obviously, Sayara's gonna be like, Kiara's like,
See, that's it. That's it. For nothing.
What?
you can't apologize for nothing.
All I'm saying is run up again. I'll gladly go home. You gonna get your head knocked the fuck off.
Okay, Kiara, like, can you not? Kiara is still talking. She's basically saying,
I ain't gonna let you give me that fake apology that you gave Susan.
Susan's like,
I took that apology.
Because you said for nothing, that basically shows me that you wouldn't mean that shit if you were to apologize.
and it's just, why are you making the situation about you? She's still talking shit in the confessional, and she's like,
Sayara should be thanking me for not beating her little ass and all this and that.
you just going off for nothing. I just, Next, please. So we cut to Kiara going inside the house with like waving the fucking champagne bottle everywhere and talking all big and shit. Kiara walks over to Shayla and she's basically repeating everything that just happened outside. Just saying, Sayara owes me an apology and all this and that. And I swear, Shayla is looking at her like, what the fuck is this bitch on about? Like, what are you talking about? What? So back outside with Kiana, Susan, and Sayara. Kiana's talking to Sayara, and she's basically saying, like, just apologize and all this and that, you know? Like, just, the situation needs to be done. They cut to Sayara walking into Kiara's bedroom, and you know what the, like, Sayara, what are you doing? What are you doing? She apologized to Kiara. For what? And it's like, obviously, Kiara's like, that's a fake apology and all this and that. And she has a big ass problem with it. And it's just like, what is she gonna apologize for? Like, nothing. So obviously, it's, next, we got the keys.
I got the keys.
Basically, walking to the convenience store. That's all that basically was. It was nothing else other than that. Earlier, you know, how Kiana was feeling away about Shayla and Sayara walking past her, being buddy-buddy and all this and that, when they literally just got done smoking and talking shit about her. So this is when she goes to confront Shayla about it, and Kiara is coming with her for whatever reason. I guess backup, because they're friends, or they got each other's back because they're from the hood. So they're in the room with Shayla, and Shayla's like,
I have no problem with her. I'm not gonna treat her any different because I'm friends with y'all and y'all don't like her.
Shayla says she never talks shit about her. Kiana is basically like, Susan said this about you, and then Shayla gets up like I'm fake. She goes over to confront Susan, and Susan's basically like, I didn't say that. Kiana said that. I didn't say that. She basically tells what happened in the hot tub. She points at Seven. It's like, she said it too. And then Kiana is like going, like you can tell she's getting mad because nobody's backing her up. So finally she's like, where's that? They were weird. Kiana's just basically like to Shayla, like, I felt some type of way when you were grabbing my hands. And it's like, if I would have grabbed your hands that way, it would have been a big problem, you know? So it's like, okay, well, let's reassess the situation because I didn't see anything like that. Here are some screens from the little hand grabbing. That doesn't seem like anything. Like, she's grabbing your hands, like earnestly trying to tell you something. Oh, you're making a big situation out of nothing. And that's basically what Shayla tells her, like,
I'm done with the situation. You're making something big out of nothing. I'm not gonna be buddy-buddy to her. Like, we're done. Like, that's it. Like, I can be cordial, but there's never a chance of me and her becoming friends.
it comes to the Shayla and Kiara talking, and Kiara is basically coming to Kiana's defense about what she said earlier and all this and that. Well, I basically agree with what Kiara says in this one. It seems like she was, like I said, earnestly trying to like get her to listen to her, you know, like actually understand what she's saying. And Kiana just took it the wrong way, you know, like I said, she makes big situations out of nothing, or involves herself in a situation that has nothing to do with her. Shayla's just like, nope, fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
I'll feed you with whatever I'm grabbing. Here. The next scene where they're doing the photo shoot, and it was pretty boring. It was basically about Kiara feeling a way about Ciara apologizing fake and all this and that she's not proud of her West Coast girls or wherever she's from. Francesca said it like,
she's always picking a fight about something and has something to say about something.
So after they leave the photo shoot, Susan, Kiana, and Francesca go to a bar. It was nothing important in there. No fighting, nothing. Okay, so we go into the bus. They're basically talking about needing sex and all this. Kiana pops out about,
fuck flowers, I need a dick.
and Ciara's like,
I need something. I wish I had my vibrator.
they're just talking, and they're talking about getting their pussy ate. Susan's like,
Ew, don't talk about that.
what? How is that? I shouldn't.
I heard that, you nasty.
Next, please save me. So Kiana feels a certain way about that. I'm gonna start calling her Kiki because they call her Kiki later on. But Kiki feels a certain way about that. It's like,
Well, don't talk about your husband.
and Susan just goes off. She's like,
Don't talk about her marriage.
Kiana's just basically like,
I let you talk about your marriage.
oh wait, no.
I let you talk about your cheating.
Like, she just dropped the bomb. No bomb. no fucks given. And then Susan's just, she gets mad.
She's like, we weren't talking about my husband.
And then Kiana's just like, you
Talk about it first.
It was just like a petty fight. That's basically what it was. But it did kind of like build into the house. So Kiana comes home. They're talking about what happened. She's like, I would have knocked the teeth out of her. And Susan's just over there standing in the corner and just watching everything that's going down. Susan's like, and
I told you not to talk about my husband.
and all this and that. And she starts walking over to Kiana. But have you noticed that like Susan holds her boobs a lot? How am I gonna do this? God. Kiana calls her a fucking whore. Like, not even just a fucking whore. She says absolutely whore. And Susan's like, but
You never seen me cheat on him.
yeah, we did. First episode, the guy at the bar, and apparently another guy. So you kind of were cheating. You just don't want to admit it. I feel like we're gonna find out something at the reunion, or maybe like in the last couple episodes. So I guess that's what sets Kiana off. She goes running over to Susan. They're in each other's face. Kiara comes over and is dragging Kiana away. Which, 10 points for Gryffindor for you, Kiara. I can't believe you are lugging Kiana's big ass away. So Susan goes in confessional and she's basically talking about the situation.
Kiana is acting like a damn fool, but Ciara is being a fake ass bitch because she was nowhere to be found in the situation. It's like if you're trying to apologize, don't just sit there when your friend is to fight, especially if you're trying to apologize or like redeem yourself.
But they'll be the main ones to tell you, like, you don't jump girls. Like, you're not gonna jump my friend, but you're ganging up on someone with your friend. So I just don't get that. Like, no, you don't gang up on someone. If it's your fight, it's your fight. you know? So now they're outside talking about the situation again. So basically, Kiara is telling Kiki about herself, saying,
you don't like it when someone has a different opinion than you, like your opinion is always right. I can tell, like, I'm starting to get on your nerves too, like.
She's like,
No, you're not. You're Sam. I would never. You're my homie.
that hurts. Like, do you see my cheeks going up? Like, honestly, I think Kiana has problems. Everyone's going at Kiana right now, and all of a sudden Susan's like, Seven's like mid-sentence, and Susan's like to Sayara. She's like getting onto her about not being there when Kiana was coming at her. And it's girl, you don't need nobody else to fight for you. If you can fight for your own damn self, you don't need nobody else to fight for you. This explodes because Sayara says,
I didn't do anything.
Susan just goes off. She's like, Sayara jumps up saying,
If you don't want nobody to know your personal life, then don't tell nobody. Especially a girl after you just met after day one. Cause the worse than your fucking friend.
man. Kiana and Sayara are talking, and Kiana's basically like, you can move into my room, you know, no big deal. And then in confessional, Kiana's like,
Susan and Sayara just met. You can't have loyalty to someone after you just met them in the house for like not even a week, you know?
don't you have loyalty to Kiara? What are you talking about? Like, you jumped in front of a fight for the girl.
What?
So now we're back to the bucket list, and obviously it's changed since then. It's like 25 to 13 now. So some of the points they earned is Sayara she unzipped a stranger's zipper with her teeth, give someone a hickey, Sayara and Seven, kiss a roommate, Francesca and Shayla, measure someone's penis, Francesca, Sayara, and Susan. Surprise, surprise. So Francesca's like, I want to win some points because I really want to win because I don't know what the prize is. And then also she wants to diffuse the situation between Sayara and Susan. So Sayara and Francesca take off their clothes and go run outside naked on camera. Like, I don't, how can people just do that? Like, I don't know. I couldn't just take off my clothes and run out naked somewhere. And then Kiana all of a sudden is like, Sayara has a very pretty back. Like, okay. You know what I said earlier that Seven and Shayla might do it? Make that Sayara and Kiana. The key, Sayara, Francesca, I think, are all in the bedroom, and you know, Sayara and Kiki are laying in the bed together because they're sharing the bed now. Obviously, Kiara is feeling some type of way, and she's in the confessional saying the same thing, and she's starting to find Kiki fake. So they go to this Santee Alley place, and this is boring except for fucking Shayla. You know, again, how she's like the fashion person. She's like, this is my thing, I want to be in the fashion world and all this and that, while she's picking up this fake rhinestone overalls that's like the most ugliest thing I've ever seen. Why are they letting her play herself on live, I mean not live TV, but TV. Now we got the little soft parts where they're trying to understand each other and come together. Susan's basically telling her story and all this and that, like, never had anybody to like stand up for her and all this and that. The sun is in. Go down like a little bit. No, okay. Just being all buddy-buddy. Kiana's in the room now with them, and she's drunk. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with her, but she's drunk. She walks over to the little posters of them, and she slaps the one with Susan's face, and she's like, I'm bored, and just starts dancing in the fucking, oh, this bitch is drunk. Now Kiki's trying to figure out a way to like mess with Susan. So what she does is she goes in Susan's room and wipes her butt on the bed. At least it ain't like full moon, it's just with her like shirt or dress or whatever she wants to call that, but her shirt, oh god, that was rude. She basically goes to the room where Kiana, Shayla, and Seven are in the room, and she's like, I want to see who's gonna tell her. So she tells them what happened, and they're all like, you're petty for this and all this and that, and they're laughing about it. So now they're outside, and Susan's there with them now, like everybody's based together, and they're all laughing and talking about what happened, and obviously Susan feels left out. Then the girls all leave. Kikiana and Sayara stays up on the roof. Susan asks them to tell them what happened. Did somebody do something to my shit? Kiara's like, I can't tell you, like, that's loyalty or whatever. But Seven's the one who tells her, and Susan just gets pissed off. She wants to confront Kikiana, like she wants to hurt someone. Like she's looking fucking crazy. Francesca is so passive, like she's like,
Just
girl, you please tell me East Coast girls don't act like that. You know, actually, if someone said that, I'd probably be like, okay, alright, fine. Yeah, I'm done. You win. So Kiki comes in, she's fucking drunk. She walks in and she walks over to the table where they're at, and Susan's like,
I know what you did, Kiki. You wiped your pussy on my bed.
and Kiki, she's like,
So, what you gonna do about it?
Kiki walks to the front and is getting all up in Susan's face. Like, I'm just ready. I've been ready for this fight to start since the beginning. I've been ready for this fight to start. Like, from the previews, I've been ready for this fight to start. Because it looked really fucking good, actually. So they're going at it. Kiki's, well, actually, I don't even think their hits are connecting. And they're just grabbing each other, but they're like slapping, punching the air. Seven jumps on the table. Susan grabs Kiki's hair and flips that bitch. Like, Kiki is like she's like this. Like, bitch, there was nothing to catch that ass. She was gonna fall on her whole body. It's like, it was the most funniest thing ever. And everybody's laughing, you know, like, well, Seven and Sayara are laughing. And then they always get pulled away. They're talking shit in their rooms. And then Kiara is getting all pissed off about Sayara laughing about it. And Seven's like,
If there's anybody else who needed to fight, it's Sayara's ass. You need to get her ass.
Susan's like,
Fuck her laughing ass.
and Ciara's just still petty ass, still laughing. Kiara goes off, like she's mad that she's laughing now, and she's like,
I might as well get mine in because I've been tired of her ass. It's time for us to go.
so Kiara's like,
Ciara's been riding a dig while she's friends with Kiki when Kiki was the one who like literally pushed the fucking soul out of her body.
and now she's all buddy with Kiki. Like, that don't make no sense. Why are you doing that? And Ciara's like,
Like, she wasn't mad at me then.
so then it cuts to Kiara with a bandana on her head and picking up a cup, and she just
Flash.
I would have gagged because people backspit in there. I'm like, I can feel it. I'm gonna throw up. Next, please. So now they're going at it. We didn't even get to see that much of the fight. I was hoping I would see more of the fight because it looked like a good fight. Like, I've been waiting for them to go at it. I feel like Kiara's gonna get her ass whooped. So yeah, you know, it ends, it goes to the credits and all this and that. And then I normally don't do the previews because I wanna like just have this about this episode, but I had to include this screenshot of this preview. Why is she using Susan to hold her back? Like, okay, Susan's not even in front of her. Susan is to the side. So Kiara is just like this with her arm wrapped around Susan, by the way, and she slaps Sayara. I don't get why you needed to hold on to Susan for that. Like, if you really wanted to put some force in that slap, it's like she faked the slap, you know, where you just like, like, why are you being she is scary. Lord, it took me so much to get through this episode. I hope you guys liked this video. I will see you all next time. Peace out.